Hey everybody. I'm making this video this morning bright and early because it's still on my mind and I'm still annoyed. So I have this rule in the art world: when I sell a painting, I have to buy a painting. So to ensure that I'm supporting the art community, every time I sell one of my regular size pieces, I make sure that I put that money back in the art world and I buy a smaller piece for my collection, as I'm doing a huge collaborative wall of art in my house. Anyway, that's a really long story. Anyway, so last night, I was on Instagram and Facebook and I was looking at local artists here in Ottawa. And the goal was to buy something. I was looking to buy some art yesterday. And I had gone to three artists' Instagram pages, and was scrolling their items and saw a few things that I liked, and wanted to see more. And yet they had no links, no shopping links, no sizes on their posts, no prices on their posts, and only the odd time would they say, DM me for details. So I would move on to the next artist, and it was the same thing. I found an artist that I really wanted one of her pieces. I'm not going to say who. And she posted very often, and I love her stuff. And yet none of her posts had prices, shopping links, website addresses, or anything to help me find out if this thing was available. And then I went to Google and I was looking for websites, and then I went to Facebook looking to see if they had put stuff on Facebook. And yes, some of them had Facebook pages, but they had no prices, no links, no nothing. So it really didn't help me. And I spent about half an hour looking for these things, like with the intention of buying them. And I had no luck, and that really annoyed me for some reason. I got super pissed. In a world that we're living in right now with COVID and all this nonsense and all the shows being canceled, it just doesn't make sense not to market yourself properly during this time, or at any time, to be honest. So I just wanted to let you all know out there that if you're trying to sell art, you have to market yourself. You can't, there's just no excuse anymore. I understand if you don't want a website, that's cool. Websites take time and effort to update, and a lot of people are afraid, but they're really actually quite simple. You can ask me about it and I'll help you out. Most of them are just drag and drop your pictures and type in text. It's that easy. But Instagram is a no-brainer. Instagram, it takes literally 10 seconds to make a post. You throw your picture, you say, hey, for sale, 10 by 10, $100. There you go. So the reason, I just don't understand the reason that you're not doing that. So start. It just doesn't make sense. I'm totally flabbergasted. You can tell I haven't put my thoughts together very well today. But what I did think about it last night is, I used to be a personal trainer, and it reminded me of those clients that would come to you and say, oh my God, my goal is to lose 20 pounds. I'm going to lose 20 pounds over the summer or over the winter, and I'm willing to do anything like it, like anything to get there. And I was like, great. So here's what you have to do. You have to give up booze for 90 days, and you have to give up cheese and fatty foods and sugar. And they'd be like, oh, no, I don't want to do that. I still want to have my bottle of wine every weekend and my cheeseburgers with my husband, or vice versa. And I still want to be able to have a piece of cake once a week. And I don't want to go to the gym. I don't like the gym. And I'd be staring at them like, well, how the hell do you think this is going to happen? You have to do those things to lose 20 pounds. And they'd get all annoyed and they'd walk away. So I feel like it's the same with art. People are constantly emailing me and saying, how do I go about selling my art? And I'm like, okay, get a Facebook page, get an Instagram page, develop a website, and market yourself every couple of days. You have to do it. And they're like, no, I don't want to be on social media. I don't want to do that. Okay, well then you're not going to sell. You're not going to sell maybe as well as you could be. So it's just a no-brainer. And for someone who comes to me and says things like, I don't want to put my prices on my Instagram posts because it creates intrigue and it creates, curiosity, and they're going to DM me. That might have been true years ago, but it's not true now. It's just not. Our target markets of people between 25 and 40 years old, they do not want to send you an email. They do not have the time. They are Instagram scrollers. They're doing this. If they don't see a price on your piece, they're like, next. And they look for the next post. They're looking for that person that says, this piece is $10. And they're like, then they'll DM and say, I'll take that. That's how it works. We have no time anymore. Well, not me, but a lot of buyers, they want the information up front. They don't want the hassle of having to call or contact the artist. We just don't live in that world anymore, in my opinion. If you disagree, have at it. But in my opinion and in my experience, I make tons of sales off of Instagram because I list everything there. The size, the price, shipping, you name it. And I get people that just say, I'll take that. Great. No conversation required. Now, for my bigger pieces, there's usually some back and forth because it involves more shipping costs and maybe a home visit. But for the most part, having the most information on your Instagram page or your Facebook page just is a no-brainer to me. Now, I might be new school. I might not have the experience that a lot of more established artists have. For example, I know a woman that I follow on Facebook and Instagram, and her pieces are fantastic. I love her stuff. Way outside my price range. I could never afford her. And she posts on Instagram and Facebook daily, and she never lists price, but she sells like hotcakes. Every day I'm seeing her posting a sale. So wonderful for her. But her pieces are like really large pieces that maybe do require some messaging. But if you have small pieces you're just throwing on Instagram and you just want to get them moving out of your inventory, throw a price, like for real. Just get them out there. These 3 people that I looked at yesterday, they totally missed out on probably $100 worth of sales that I was going to throw their way. And now I'm not even going to bother. Like, I'm almost refusing. I've drawn a line because I'm being a stubborn prick. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to give you my money because you wasted 30 minutes of my time trying to find the price of a painting that's probably $25. Like, it drives me nuts. And I know you're probably looking at me going like, this guy's a effing idiot. But that's just how I feel. Anyway, I'd love to hear your thoughts and your experience. Let me know what you think. You know where to comment down below. Anyway, guys, it's Friday. Have a wonderful weekend. I hope it's nice and sunny where you are. It's cold and raining here in Ottawa. So maybe that's why I'm in such a cranky mood this morning. Anyway, put your prices on your Instagram posts. Just saying. Bye, everybody.